Hello students, happy morning. Class 12 Physics, Unit 4, Electromagnetic Induction and Alternating Current continuation video. In our previous class, we learnt about AC generator. Using that AC generator, we are producing an alternating source with a definite frequency. Okay, we need that alternating source to run our home appliances. But these AC generators are present at a remote places like Kalpakkam, Kodangulam, the Neyveli, like that. Okay, we need to transmit that electric power from that remote places to our home. So we need a device to transform that electric power. Okay, we are using a device to transform that electric power, that is called transformer. Okay, basically transformer is a stationary device. Okay, it is a stationary device because there is no moving part and the transformer also does not move. Okay, then it is used to transform electrical power from one circuit to another circuit. Transform electrical power from one circuit to another circuit. Without changing its frequency. Okay, here by using the transformer, the applied alternating voltage is either increased or decreased with the corresponding decrease or increase in current. Okay, by using the transformer, the applied alternating voltage is increased or either increased or decreased with the corresponding decrease or increase of current in the circuit. Okay, here there are two types of transformer. One is called step up transformer, that are used in that remote places to transform the electric power from that much of distance. Okay, that are known as step up transformer. Step up transformer. Here by using the step up transformer, we are converting alternating current with low voltage into high voltage. Low voltage into alternating current with high voltage. These are the transformer that are using in that remote places. Okay, then step down transformer. These are the transformer we can see in our roadside. Okay, here this transformer convert alternating current with high voltage into low voltage. High voltage into alternating current with low voltage. Okay, then let me see the principal construction and working of the transformer. Here the transformer working on the principle that mutual inductance between the two coils. Okay, mutual induction, principle of the transformer, that is mutual induction. Mutual induction between two coils. We know mutual induction, it is a phenomenon by which the electric current passing through a coil changes with the time. EMF is induced in a neighboring coil. Okay, when electric current passing through a coil changes with the time, EMF is induced in a neighboring coil. Okay, let me see the working of the transformer, construction of the transformer. Transformer consists of two major parts. One is transformer core and two coils. Okay, here this is a transformer core. This transformer core is generally laminated and it is made up of silicon steel. Okay, then these coils, there are two coils. This is a primary coil and this is a secondary coil. These coils are electrically insulated. They are insulated wires, but they are linked magnetically with the core of the transformer. Okay, listen, this is a primary coil because here only we are applying the alternating source. Okay, so it is a primary coil having NP turns, that is number of turns in the primary coil. After applying this voltage, it develops a current that is known as IP. Okay, then it induces a current in a secondary coil, that is IS. Okay, then it develop a potential difference, that is VS, voltage across the secondary coil. Okay, this entire setup is enclosed in a container that is filled with a suitable medium for better insulation and cooling purpose. Okay, you know very well, in a roadside transformer there is a leakage of oil. Okay, that is the oil used to minimize the heating effect. Okay, heating effect of the transformer. Let me see the later. Then let me see the working of this transformer. Okay, if the primary coil is connected with the alternating source or alternating voltage, that is VP. Okay, then the magnetic flux is set up in the transformer core. Okay, if the voltage is connected to the primary side, then the magnetic flux is linked with the transformer core. Okay, if there is no flux leakage, okay, if there is no flux leakage, the whole magnetic flux linked with the primary coil is equal to the secondary coil. Okay, first of all, I connected the alternating source to the primary side. After connection, there will be a magnetic flux that is set up in a transformer core. Okay, if suppose there is no flux leakage, okay, there is no leakage of the magnetic flux, so the magnetic flux that is linked with the primary coil is equal to the magnetic flux linked with the secondary coil. So the rate at which the magnetic flux changes through the each turn of the primary and secondary coil is same. Okay, so due to the change in flux, it produces an induced EMF. Okay, for the primary coil, the EMF induced in that primary coil is EMF induced in primary coil, that is psi p is equal to minus NP d phi b by dt. This is the EMF induced in a primary coil. Okay, here the applied voltage, that is Vp across the primary coil, is equal to this EMF. This is also known as back EMF. Okay, the applied voltage, that is Vp is equal to back EMF, that is psi p. Okay, we can write Vp is equal to psi p. So we can write Vp is equal to minus Np d phi b by dt. Okay, here the frequency of the alternating magnetic flux in the coil is same as that of frequency of the alternating EMF of the coil 2. Okay, the frequency of the alternating magnetic flux in the coil 1 is same as that of frequency of the alternating EMF of the coil 2. So the induced EMF in the secondary coil, that is psi s is equal to minus ns d phi b by dt. Okay, here if the secondary circuit is open, okay, see, if suppose this circuit is open, we can consider the EMF induced in a secondary coil psi s is equal to Vs. we can write Vs is equal to psi s. Okay, so Vs is equal to minus ns d phi b by dt. We know very well Vp is equal to minus np d phi b by dt, and Vs is equal to minus ns d phi b by dt. Using these two equation, we get Vs by Vp is equal to minus ns d phi b by dt by minus np d phi b by dt. This is going to cancel, minus minus going to cancel, then we get Vs by Vp is equal to ns by np, that is equal to k. This k is known as voltage transformation ratio. Transformation ratio. Okay, then let me see for the ideal transformer. That means there is no power loss for ideal transformer. Ideal, the applied voltage, whatever the applied voltage is equal to the delivered voltage. Okay, whatever the applied power is equal to the delivered power, that is meant by ideal transformer. Here for that, the input power is equal to output power. Input power is equal to output power. We know the formula for power is voltage into current. So we can write input power, that is input side, that is primary side. Then power is equal to voltage into current. Then Vp Ip is equal to Vs Is. Okay. After solving this, we get Vs by Vp, that is equal to Ip by Is. Okay, we know this one Vs by Vp is equal to ns by np is equal to k. Equating this equation became Vs by Vp is equal to ns by np is equal to Ip by Is is equal to k. Okay, from this equation we know Vs is a voltage across the secondary coil, and Vp is a voltage across the primary coil, and ns is the number of turns in the secondary coil, np is the number of turns in a primary coil, and Ip is a current in a primary coil, and Is is a current in a secondary coil, and k is a transformer ratio. Okay, using this relation we can identify the transformer is step up or step down. Okay, for step up transformer, here number of turns in secondary coil is greater than number of turns in a primary coil. Okay, then for this case the voltage across the secondary coil is greater than voltage across the primary coil, but and the current in the secondary coil is less than current in the primary coil. Okay, for this case the transformer ratio k is greater than 1. Okay, for a step up transformer the voltage is increased by decreasing the current. Okay, voltage is increased by decreasing the current. These are only on the secondary side. Okay, then step down transformer. For step down transformer, the number of turns in the secondary coil is less than number of turns in primary coil. Then the voltage across the secondary coil also less when compared to voltage across the primary coil. And then the current in the secondary coil is greater than current in the primary coil. For this case, the k value is less than 1. Okay. For step down transformer, voltage is decreased by increasing the current. Voltage is decreased by increasing the current. Okay, see, this is a technique used to minimize the current loss, heating loss during the long line transmission, increasing the voltage by decreasing the current. Then efficiency of the transformer. Okay, efficiency, it is a ratio of useful output power to the applied input power into 100%. Okay, see, transformer is a highly efficient device because there is no moving part in the transformer. Here the range of the efficiency range of the transformer is, that is 96% to 99%, but there is some loss. Due to that loss, it does not attain a 100%. Okay, for an ideal transformer the efficiency is 100%, that is 100%. These are the commercial transformer, so the efficiency is always less than 100. Okay, then there is some energy losses in the transformer. Let me see in our next class. See, transformer, it is a simple device, that is a stationary one, that can transform electric power from one circuit to another circuit. Okay, by using the transformer we can either increase or decrease the voltage by corresponding decrease or increasing the current. Okay, there are two types of transformer, one is step up, another one is step down. By using step up transformer we can convert alternating current with the low voltage into alternating current with the high voltage. By using the step down transformer we can convert alternating current with the high voltage into alternating current with the low voltage. Step up transformer we can see in a power station to transform electric power. Okay, step down transformer we can see in our roadside. Okay, then the principle of transformer is mutual induction between the two coils. We know about mutual induction. Then construction. Okay, construction wise, transformer is a simple one. It consists of two major parts, that are transformer core and two coils. Okay, this transformer core is a laminated one, and the two coils are electrically insulated, but they are magnetically linked with the transformer core. Then it is placed in a container that is filled with cooling material. Okay, that means oil. Then working, if suppose I applied a alternating source to the primary side, then it produces a magnetic flux. Okay, the magnetic flux also linked with the core of the transformer. If there is no leakage of magnetic flux, so the magnetic flux linked with the primary coil is equal to the secondary coil. So EMF is induced in a primary coil, that is psi p, that is equal to minus np d phi b by dt. Okay, this EMF is known as back EMF. Here the applied voltage is equal to the back EMF, so we can consider Vp is equal to psi p. Okay, then Vp is equal to minus np d phi b by dt. Then the frequency of the change in frequency of the magnetic flux changes. Okay, that is equal to the secondary coil. Okay, so the induced EMF in the secondary coil is psi s. Okay, that is equal to minus ns d phi b by dt. Here in a open circuit, the voltage across secondary coil is equal to EMF induced in a secondary coil. Then we know Vs by Vp is equal to Ns by Np is equal to K, that is a voltage transformation ratio. Okay, by knowing the value of K, we can say this is a step up or step down transformer. Okay, for an ideal transformer, input power is equal to output power. We know the formula for power is voltage into current. Okay, after solving this we get Vs by Vp is equal to Ns by Np is equal to Ip by Is is equal to K. Okay, then using this relation we can differentiate the transformer into step up or step down. For step up transformer, K is greater than 1. For step down transformer, K is less than 1. For the step up transformer, voltage is increased by decreasing the current in the secondary circuit. Okay, for a step down transformer, voltage is decreased by increasing the current in a secondary circuit. Okay, then the efficiency of the transformer, that is the ratio of output power to the input power into 100%. The efficiency range is 96 to 99%. It can't reach 100%. because of some energy losses that we see in our next class. Okay, thank you.